Hi everybody, my name is David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Hey, today I want to talk a little bit about, first I want to talk about something interesting that I read and some information that I found on protein shakes. It's kind of been like a hot point for me lately. So I wanted to share this because I thought it was interesting. Then I want to talk about my health and then just some general conversation after that. So just a couple topics and it shouldn't take that long, but might be some interesting stuff here for you or for anybody that's got any kind of metabolism issues like I have or metabolic issues. I think this will be helpful. So, protein shakes. I'm a big fan of protein shakes. And anybody who's a subscriber will know that I've talked about protein shakes till I'm blue in the face. I've talked about protein shakes, the good part of it, and how much I love protein shakes. And I did find out a little bit of information that I thought was interesting that I wanted to share. So, timing of protein shakes might be kind of important. And I think this is true in my case because if I drink a protein shake or eat a protein shake at a particular time, it definitely either positively or negatively impacts my body in in pretty drastic ways. Like protein, a protein shake has quite a bit of protein, obviously. Protein can spike your insulin, and it can cause problems, especially if you have metabolic issues like I do, insulin resistance and so forth. So a protein shake that's that's eaten or drank in the morning can give your body um, energy and give your body the protein it needs to to have an effective day and make it so that you're not quite so hungry throughout the day. Obviously, I think that's an obvious statement. But a protein shake at night, if a person has really worked out and built a need for the body to generate muscle and bone mass during the night, it needs that protein at night. So it would make sense to eat a protein or drink a protein shake later in the afternoon or even in the evening for a person that's worked out quite a bit or just really needs the protein to build the muscle in the night through sleep. Like that makes a lot of sense. And for me, I think that was negatively impacting me because I would drink a protein shake in the morning and I would drink a protein shake sometimes at night, usually because I'm hungry. But then I think my body was just taking the protein because I didn't need it to build muscle. I wasn't working out or doing anything physically exerting myself. I think my body was just converting that protein to sugar because when your body takes the protein and wants to use it, it converts to sugar and then the sugar gets used throughout your body. If it's not using that protein to build muscle or to build muscle mass. So I thought that was interesting. Like timing of protein shakes can be kind of important. So now I'm trying to eat a protein shake in the morning and I'm not having protein shakes in the evening anymore, which kind of sucks because I was sort of using those to not be hungry throughout the night, but I think it may have been just causing me worse insulin resistance and just causing me problems. Just because all that protein was not being used to build muscle because I hadn't really done anything all day. It was just being converted to sugar and spiking my insulin resistance, I think. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healthcare worker, so I don't know exactly how this works. I don't know exactly how true what I just said is, but it makes a lot of sense, and I'm testing it out. So we'll see. In a couple weeks, I'll know for sure. So my health has been maybe I would say it's been better. Apple Health reports that I'm sleeping a little bit less than I was, which is good because I was like sleeping so much that I was just thinking like, what the heck? Anyways, so I'm sleeping a little bit less to the point where Apple Health has recognized that I'm sleeping less. I guess that's good. I'm still getting good sleep. I'm just not quite sleeping as much. Actually, right now I'm tired. I don't know. It's 12:27. I feel like I could take a nap. I haven't really eaten today either, which is kind of strange. But yeah, so Apple Health is telling me that I'm sleeping less. I'm still getting deep sleep. I'm getting REM sleep, but I'm not getting that deep sleep quite as much. But I'm sleeping less. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. I'm still working on 1,500 steps a day, which does seem to be helping and doing me good. Like, I think that's a good thing. I'd like to get to 2,000. Um, I feel like that'll be a good thing. So this is stupid. I bought a new vitamin, and I think this is just because I'm getting old. I was actually excited to get my new vitamins. I was excited to look at the ingredients on it, and I was excited to take a new vitamin. I was hoping that something amazing would happen and I'd feel so much better and it would be amazing. And I do feel good, but it's not that amazing. It was just funny that I got this vitamin and I couldn't wait for it to show up. And I just thought that some of you guys would think that would be kind of funny. So yeah, it's kind of stupid. I was excited to get a new vitamin. So I'm trying to put more effort into actually working out more, trying to work out my legs more and working out my arms more, both to give myself the strength for standing and walking, but mostly I feel like I'm just trying to work out these like kinks in my elbows and my shoulder and my knees. That again, I think it's glycation. When I eat sugar, I think it glycates and causes problems in my joints. So I'm starting to work out a little bit more, trying to focus on just the exercises that'll help me have um, better confidence in standing and walking around my house. Which of course that seems to go fine and do well when I'm not eating any sugar. But if I started eating sugar again, like that kind of makes things difficult. Like that sugar, I don't totally understand exactly how it works, but it really makes my coordination, the neuropathy in my hands very difficult, and probably the neuropathy in my knees too. I don't know. I haven't really. I mean, I felt neuropathy in my feet, but I haven't really felt neuropathy in my knees, or I haven't really noticed that quite as much as in my hands. I'm focused on eating keto, mostly eating meat and a bit of carbs. I'm trying to eat less pea protein in the shakes. Like I said before, I'm eating those mostly in the morning. I'm trying to not eat those before I go to sleep. I'm trying to see if it'll help me have less of an insulin issue, insulin problems. But yeah, I'm mostly eating. I say keto because if I eat hot dogs, that should be carnivore, but I look at the ingredients of these hot dogs and it's not carnivore, it's keto. There's pork, beef, and poultry, but the other stuff they put in it, that's not carnivore. So it's hard for me to say honestly that I'm eating carnivore if I'm eating hot dogs. That's more like keto. I have to look at the carbs and make sure it's not too many carbs. I'm still having the muscle tension issues in my hands. Like like I have strength in my hands, but it feels like the the muscles and tendons that connect like from my elbow down, like it's all really tight. And I don't completely understand that. I mean, I could hope that it's because I'm building muscle again and starting to get better, but I don't necessarily feel like that's the right thing to say. I was having some problems with mental clarity. Like like for me, mental clarity is being able to remember like tracks on albums, names of people that I knew 30 years ago. And when I start forgetting, wait, who was this, or what was this, or what was this thing, or the name of it, and I have to Google it, then I'm thinking, okay, I'm having a problem with mental clarity. So I was having some mental clarity issues that I think was just directly related to the sugar that I have eaten because I bought groceries in the beginning of the month. And of course, with buying groceries, I bought some sweets, some treats, which I luckily didn't eat them all the first day, which is a good thing. But it was definitely enough sugar that it caused a problem, and and the mental clarity that I had kind of deteriorated. So now for the most part, I'm still eating a little bit of sugar, but very little, and just hoping to slowly start getting back to normal again. So one thing I'm pretty happy about is I mentioned I think last week or a couple weeks ago, I bought this new scale that I step on it obviously, and there's sensors on it that you put you put each end of your foot on the sensor, and it sends an electric like pulse through it, and it can tell your body mass, and like there's I don't know 20 things that it can tell you. And I'm gaining some weight, which I'm happy about that. I'm actually gaining some weight finally, which I've had an almost impossible chance at gaining weight for geez, almost going on 2 years. It's been impossible for me to gain weight. And actually, as soon as I start eating carnivore, I'll probably start losing some weight again. But some of the stuff that I'm eating, it's helping me gain some weight. I gained, I don't know, 2 or 3 pounds in the last week, which is good. And I know that that's not exciting for a lot of people. Like, that's probably not exciting. But for me, that's good. When you weigh as little as I do, gaining 2 or 3 pounds, it makes a big difference. And a lot of that weight is muscle mass. And I know that because I can see the report on from the scale. I can see that my muscle mass and I don't remember all the things that it tests, but muscle mass was one of them. And it definitely showed an increase in that percentage. It was tiny, but it showed an increase in that percentage. So I'm happy about that. And then, of course, there's the weight. I can see that I've gained like, I don't know, 2 or 3 pounds. Hopefully, I'll be able to keep it on for a little bit. Maybe I'll gain some more. So I'm pretty happy that I'm gaining weight. So this is kind of funny. I have this Apple Watch, and I have these different faces. I don't know if you can see this face. There's these different faces on this Apple Watch. Every time I put my hand down, it turns it off. But I have obviously a clock face on my watch, and I've had digital numbers on just about anything and everything, even clocks around my house. I had digital numbers for so long. I didn't forget how to read a clock. I mean, I can read a clock. I learned how to read a clock when I was in kindergarten, but trying to read the time on a watch face without just the digital numbers, I had to kind of relearn how to how to read the time again, which is I think it's silly. It's kind of funny though. But yeah, so I'm now in the process of trying to reteach myself how to know exactly what time it is again without having to switch the face around and go back to a digital clock, which sometimes I do. It just makes things easier. But that's probably mental clarity, and maybe I'm just not as smart as I always thought I was. But you know, I've been reading clocks since I was in kindergarten, and when I switched this watch face, I was just like thinking, geez, I don't even have any idea what time it is. It's like sometime in between like 8 and 12 o'clock. I'm not even sure. So I'm pretty focused on trying to use my watch to teach myself how to read time again. How stupid is that, right? Kind of stupid, but it's a necessity, I suppose. So the weather in upstate New York is really strange. It's I think some people would say this is the perfect weather. It's like, I don't know, 70 or 80 during the day, and then at night it's in the 50s, which I think is cold, but some people think it's nice. I still have to sleep under full-on blankets. And occasionally at night I'll even pop my electric blanket on and turn the heat up a little bit just to warm things up. So I guess that would be kind of like nice weather for a lot of people. Probably the folks down in Florida, they're wishing they could get 50 degrees at night. Until you get 50 degrees at night and you have to turn the heat on, then you think, oh man, it's so much better just being warm. Although, I never complained about the heat in Florida when I lived in Florida. What sucked in Florida was the humidity. Like you could literally step out the back or the side door of your house at 2 o'clock in the morning in Florida. I used to let my dogs out. I would step out at 2 o'clock in the morning and I would come in from being outside for 2 minutes, letting the dogs go to the bathroom. And I would have to literally change my t-shirt because I'd be covered in sweat. I'd be soaked in sweat. I think those people would appreciate this weather that I'm having now, which is halfway decent. I ordered some apples last week, and it seems like the apples in New York are kind of like okay again. They're not great, but they're okay. So I was kind of happy to eat apples last week. And yes, I did eat a lot of apples, which were quite delicious. I enjoy it. It's funny how I never really realized exactly how sweet apples are until I stopped eating sugar for the most part. Now I savor the sweetness in an apple like I eat it like I'm English royalty eating apples. It's ridiculous. And I eat every little nook and cranny off of the apple like my grandmother would. And I eat like every little row of apple fruit meat or whatever you call it. I eat all of it to the point where there is literally only the core left. I eat all the way around the core to the point where there's no apple chunk attached at all. I eat it all. I'll never be able to eat apples in public again. Like people will just be like, "What the heck is this guy doing?" That'd be like my grandmother working on a on a on a pork bone or something. That's how I eat apples, which actually would be kind of funny to watch, I think, but not really. So I'm trying to stay out of all the upstate New or all the New York politics. Like how crazy is all this stuff going on? I'm not even going to talk about it, but I just watch the videos on the news. I watch YouTube and I'm just like, what in the heck is going on? So it was obviously 4th of July. And I think 4th of July and Independence Day are two different things. Independence Day is the day to celebrate our independence. 4th of July is the day after the 3rd, the day before the 5th. It's a day where people just party and have fun and do family stuff and eat good food. But Independence Day to me is different than 4th of July. And this year, for the first year ever, and I am prior military. I was in the military for a while. I mean, I love my country, but more now than ever, I would consider moving to a different country. I've been watching these videos of people that live in Thailand and Vietnam and these other places in Asia that it costs so much less and they get the same health care. They have like the food is so much better. Like I'm interested. I'm actually interested. I'm considering that at this point. Like I mean, I love my country. I love the United States. I don't hate New York. I'm not a big fan of upstate New York. I don't think that's a big surprise. But I don't hate New York. I loved Florida. But I don't know that I would actually move back to Florida. I think I would move to Thailand or I'd move to Vietnam or some place that's cheaper and makes more sense, because the United States just doesn't seem to make sense. At least maybe now it just doesn't make sense to me now that I actually know kind of what's going on and how things work. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to be moving to Thailand anytime soon, but I got to just say it's not totally off the list. I would consider it. I think I could live other places and be just as happy there as I would be here than where I am now. So I hope you enjoyed this post. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great holiday. And thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.